1989 was the final year of the 80s, and the movie industry knew that and decided to end the decade in style with classic blockbuster movies popping out of the woodwork, left, right and center. They may not have all been perfect, but damn were they fun to watch. Fast forward to a more recent year of 2022, and honestly any of the last decade has the exact same results, and gaze upon the slew of boring, depressing, sleep-inducing melodrama. Seriously, kids of today have been robbed. And on the games front, we saw the release of Zero Wing on the Mega Drive based on the Toplan arcade game, and one of the shoddiest pieces of translated text ever to hit a video game screen in All Your Base All Belong to Us, a now bona fide classic in the world of poorly translated video games. It still makes more sense than anything James Brown ever said in any interview ever.
Welcome you, James Brown. How did all of this trouble begin?
Living in America.
And finally on the music front saw the release of the song Bat Dance from the Tim Burton Batman movie by Prince. One of the worst tie-in songs written specifically for a movie of all time. Now I love me some Little Red Corvette and Purple Rain, but damn, what the hell is this? Get the funk out indeed. And now onto today's game, which is Pang, also known as Buster Brothers, or Comping World by Mitchell Corporation and published by Capcom. A triple name game that really wanted to join the ranks of Data East's elite collection of other triple name games, just to confuse you into thinking you were playing something different and therefore stealing one more quarter from you. The game itself was running off Capcom's CPS arcade board, and they were the co-developers of the game as well, and it was based on an obscure 1983 MSX game called Cannonball, released by Hudson, and was licensed to Mitchell for this arcade version. Mitchell Corporation themselves were a Japanese company, established in 1960 in Suganami, Tokyo, and although they only started developing and publishing games in the late 80s, they managed to put out a number of forgotten classics such as the excellent Osman arcade and the game Ballistic, although most of their games remained in Japan only, leaving the company's legacy to be pretty obscure up until their eventual closing in 2012. I first played Pang at my local arcade, the one chronicled in this series where I originally played Hard Driving, Alien Storm, Vigilante, and that first glorious Neo Geo multi-cart MVS machine. I remember Pang taking the place of Sega's obscure Beirut Run and Gunner that we played quite a lot. This game was a product of the insane popularity of 1986's Bubble Bobble, which inspired a whole genre of single-screen cutesy action platformers. And although Pang has no platforming, the vibe of this genre runs deep. The game's premise is you have to travel the world stopping all the bouncing balls from destroying famous landmarks from across the globe, including locations such as Mount Fuji, the Taj Mahal, Easter Island, Leningrad, etc, etc, and there are 50 stages overall to conquer. Gameplay has you equipped with a harpoon gun blasting the balls to pieces, and like the classic game Asteroids, as they are hit they break into smaller pieces and everything has to be destroyed before you can move on to the next stage. Fortunately, you're not only equipped with a harpoon gun, but plenty of power-ups and other weapons become available, such as a double shot, a wire barrier, machine gun, force field, an hourglass to slow down enemies, and dynamite to blow up everything on screen. All these things just add to the overall fun addictiveness that this game exudes. The two-player mode is really how it should be played, and I'd highly recommend you playing it that way if you can. Pang is the perfect example of keeping gameplay as simple as possible, and therefore increasing the amount of people that have access and enjoy the game. It sports really colourful and well-defined sprite work, very much in the Capcom CPS mold of that era, with sound effects that still stick in my head to this day, and some wonderfully bubbly music by Capcom's veteran composer Tamayo Kawamoto of Commando and Ghouls and Ghosts fame. The game was a surprise hit, not only in Japan but worldwide, leading to multiple arcade sequels. But to be perfectly honest, only 1990's Super Pang is really worth your time, so check that out also if you really like this original. So if you've never played Pang before, then grab a friend or family member and give it a go. It's classic, bring a smile to your face arcade gameplay. And thanks for joining me, Bastish B at 64K. If you can like and subscribe, that would be greatly appreciated, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.